We are now live. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome everyone to tonight's very first D&D campaign on a Tork Niflord.
Just call me Tork.
A Tork Niflord on Tork's stream. My name is KaiTheCat. I will be your DM today, and we'll just go through and introduce everybody in chat.
Hello, I'm
Who's
Aaron.
first?
It's
Oh.
Aaron.
Hello,
And who do you play?
I'm Aaron. I'm playing Augusteen.
Okay.
We just going straight down the line?
Yes.
All right, the next is me. I'm DJ. I play Hadriel.
My turn. My name is Isla, and I will be playing Lizbit.
Tork.
Oh, I'm Tork. It's my stream. I'm playing Toreen.
Hello, I'm Wolfie. I'm playing Boon.
All right. And the premise of the game is as follows. Nobody in this group is aware of their character's backstory, race, or class. The only thing they know is their name, their height, and a couple of facts that I've given each player. So then, shall we get started?
I'm ready.
Oh.
Yee.
Let's do it.
Intro music, please.
Intro music and play.
Oh shit, I can't hear it, so I'm gonna have to just trust that it's there. Cool. Cool. I love this. So, you are in the world of Cain. It's a world that is about the size of Jupiter in comparison. Your characters are from Cain. And I am so nervous. I'm sorry.
It's first game jitters. Don't worry about it.
I'm just drawing a complete blank. So, the mind is an important component of life. Without memory, we are not sapients. Without kindness, we are not humans. So what happens when you forget everything? Your characters, they came to this world. They came to do something. They were born here, weren't they? There was something you were doing. There was something. What was it? What the fuck was it? Serve. Devour. Repeat. Obey. Failure. Bang. You all suddenly wake up to a loud bang. And someone yells, "Up! All of you! You have a visitor!" And as your eyes slowly adjust, I'm totally prepared for this. You find yourselves in jail cells. And you see a man walking down the row. He's clad in leather armor. He seems gruff and weathered, perhaps in his late 40s, and behind him is a little old woman. Which I didn't make icons because I'm a smart fucker. hopefully we'll get all these kinks worked out. So for now, the man is represented by this token. That I'll turn up the opacity that you can all see. By the way, we're doing all of this in Photoshop, so bear with me. And the little old lady will just do as a heart. And as you all come to, and you hear the man barking out orders, the little old lady, where are my tokens? Journalism. You gotta love it. The little old lady comes up to you two. And she starts, she says, "Where is he? What did you do with him? Where is my grandson? I know it was you. You were there. You were there. Where is my grandson?" How do you respond?
Listen, lady, I don't even know who you are. I just woke up.
You know where he is. You have to know where my grandson is. You were the last to be seen with him. All of you and your stupid dog. All four of you. Where is my grandson? And the guard comes up to her and says, "Ma'am, ma'am, calm down. They ain't gonna tell you nothing. At least not for right now." And you get the impression that this is not where you want to be right now. This is, you have no recollection of what possibly happened. What would you like to do?
Like to move back a little bit and ponder deeply about what the hell is going on.
As you do that, you notice your cellmate, and you're taken aback as you look at them, because you can't see them? It's weird. As you're looking at them, their form keeps changing, kind of like an AI-generated photo. At one point, they're furry. At another point, they have dark skin. At some other point, they have teeth and fangs and claws. But they never settle on one shape. You can just tell how tall they are. And you can see that they're wearing a mask. It looks like a pair of wings with eyes in it and a halo above them. And you suddenly feel a weight on your face, too. And you reach your hand up, and you realize you can't see your own hand either. It's doing the same thing this other person's doing. And you touch your face, and you're wearing a mask too. It feels like a very classical design. Almost, there's a point, there's a beak, and 2 points upwards. It doesn't seem to be obscuring your vision, but it's there. You can feel its pressure against your face.
The hell? Hey, wing face thing. Who are you?
Name's Lizbit. Who are you?
Hadriel, I think? Do you know who this old lady is? What the hell she wants with her grandson?
Not a single clue.
Can you let us out, please?
No, is what the guard says. Absolutely not. Everyone here is a suspect to a crime, to a string of crimes. You ain't getting out of here until we figure out where this lady's grandson is and 5 other townsfolk. Who are all of you? And what were you doing there?
Doing where?
The guard and the old lady turn and they look at this character and this character. And they say, "Which one of you said that?"
That was me down here, a little south of you. Hi.
Jeez! What? God! You one of them magic folk too?
I think so?
I'm, what's... What? Huh?
Can you undo that? That's not normal. And the
undo
guard comes
what?
over towards this one, and the little old lady starts hobbling. Jesus Christ, I didn't fuck that layer. Oops. Sorry about that, folks.
As
Starts
he's moving
hobbling
closer
over
to
you.
As he's moving closer to me, I'm looking at my hands and I'm going, I don't even know how this happened.
You also cannot quite distinguish your hands. Also, quick question. V or H?
Sorry?
V or H?
V?
Okay. Noted. The guard is just staring at you, dumbfounded. He's like, it's too early in the morning for this shit. Drop your shape.
I don't think we can, sir.
It's
I
all
You
hear
there?
across the
I will
room.
get to you. You thing. I'll be honest, you are some of the weirdest looking prisoners we've had in here for a long time, but that ain't gonna stop me from getting you guys to talk. What were you doing there last night?
Sir, you still haven't answered my question. Doing where?
You were at the forest on the island. When all this shit went down, when that storm came brewing and that tree erupted from the center, you were there when we found you in the pit. Are you
Pit?
gonna answer me?
Hit?
We
I
recovered
have
all of you.
I have no memory, sir. I don't know of the pit of which you speak.
He looks at you and does not believe you.
Is
He
the
is-
granny in front of me?
Yes, she's in front of you. She's a very classical little old lady with a shawl tied around her and a hunchback and a really long wooden staff. And she starts banging it against your cell. You little goblin thing! What did you do with my grandson?
I cover my ears in a panic. Or wherever I think my ears are. Like on the side of my head. What are you
Okay, you
talking
do that.
about, you lady?
My grandson. I know you outsiders had something to do with it. I just
don't
want
even
my
argue.
grandson.
I don't
And
know who
she's-
you are or your grandson.
Did you eat him? Did you eat him, you little miscreant?
I don't know the answer to that question.
She is starting to go into hysterics.
May I interject?
Go for it.
I would like to walk up to the bars after my intense pondering session and be like, okay, listen, clearly none of us understand what you're talking about, where we were, and I can't even remember who we are or who I am. And look at us. What? I think we have more questions for you than you have of us instead of interrogating us.
Okay. Make a persuasion roll.
Okay. This would be
Just use the
interesting.
Discord thing.
I was gonna say, I don't know any of my stats, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be
For
interesting.
those watching the stream, we are allowed to use physical dice or dice spot
then
in
can
the
someone just call
Discord.
out the number for me?
Oh, 19.
19.
Jesus Christ. They all stop, and the little old lady hobbles back over to you, and she looks at you, and then she starts. You see her lip quiver and her chin start to push in and get dimply, and you see her eyes start to redden and water, and you notice for the first time that her eyes are like bloodshot red, and you see fresh tears starting to fall from her face as she crumples to the ground and is like, no, you have to know where he is. You have to know where my grandson is, please. He's all I got left. Please. And the guard walks over and he looks at you and he's like, all right, let's say I believe you, son. Let's say I believe you, okay? What do you remember? Do you remember anything at all?
I remember my name, and Wingface over there remembered their name, but that's about it.
And he kind of sags and runs his gloved hand over his face and is like, well, I can't just let you all out.
Can you at
And
least
you could.
Can you at least
I
tell
could, but
us?
that would be irresponsible.
Can you at least tell us what you know about us?
No. We know that you were at the center of the crime scene, and we dragged your bodies out. We tried to take the masks off your face, but that didn't work. We had to assume you were part of some voodoo ritual, just because of the size of the damn crater that was left behind. It's filling with water as we speak.
Well, sir,
Water.
there is
Any
a
lake?
secondary option that you're not considering.
Will you drop your shape already? I don't want to be talking to no dog.
We
Alright?
can.
Clearly you're a man.
I wave my hand down my body, or what would be my hand. Be like, what if we were the victims of some sort of voodoo ritual and not the committers?
Make a constitution check.
Constitution, interesting.
Actually, no, make a strength check.
Oh.
Even more interesting.
Give me a moment, gotta clear out the dice tower. $19.
Dang.
Oh, nothing happens. The guard walks back over to you. And he's like, even if you were a victim, unless you can tell me who your assailant was, I don't feel comfortable just letting you out and wander around town when you're potentially lying to me.
I back up with my hands behind my back. I understand that.
Make a dexterity check.
What is happening?
16.
Okay, nothing happens. Cool. You back up with your hands behind your back. It's a little uncomfortable.
I'm worried.
Can I observe my surroundings, look around the cell that I'm in?
Yeah, sure. It's a standard
Let
cell.
me see what's going on there.
There's a mat on the floor, presumably where you sleep at. There's a bucket for you to presumably keep poop in. There's also another bucket with semi-clean water. That's about it.
You know,
You're in a jail cell.
Well, I guess looking at our misshapen forms, I can only assume it's some kind of magic, and I don't know my stats for it, but might as well roll Arcana on it, right?
Yeah, go for it. Roll Arcana. You guys can do whatever the fuck you want within reason.
Woohoo. Frank's being nice to me today. 14.
Frank is our dice bot's name. We should probably say
Oh
that.
yeah.
Well, Frank's
we
the guy
are-
that sits in the corner of my room.
You have just a guy chained up to your wall who rolls dice. No, Frank is the name of our dice bot in Discord. So you rolled a 14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With your Arcana roll, you look, and this is magic you can't quite fathom. You've never met a spell that could do such an illusion like that, where it's just constantly changing. If it is some sort of illusion magic, which is what you deduce it is, because all the proportions of the people you see stay the same. But it's some intense illusion magic. Also, go ahead and make me an insight check.
Insight, okay. Let's see. Oh, I rolled a 6.
Okay, man, it's weird. You don't know.
It sure is weird,
No,
guys.
That grandma is really sad. That sheriff-looking guy is really pissed. This is some weird shit. Anyway, what are you all doing?
I'm suddenly looking around my cell in a little bit of a panic.
Okay.
Well, it's clear we're under the effects of some sort of spell. If anyone would like to give a shot at figuring out what the hell's going on.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Toreen, real quick, you turn and you see the sheriff kind of picking his nose. It's not.
Sorry, I was dealing with what seemed like there might be issues with the audio, but when I pulled it up on my phone, it was coming across just fine.
We're
Okay.
still recording.
Yeah, we're still going.
Okay, good.
Yay.
I can give it a quick listen too while you guys are doing stuff just to make sure.
Cool.
Yay, troubleshooting.
Okay.
And
I
So,
shout at the guard across the room. Hey, did we have anything on ourselves before you locked us in here?
a lot. Yeah, we took that off you.
Like what?
You don't remember what you... And he kind of
No!
rubs his face. It's like,
really not catching on fast now, are ya?
you shut the hell up, you fucking knife-eared looking bastard.
I call her wing face. Or whatever they are.
So
Yeah.
Dude, whatever
Yeah,
the
on
fuck
ourselves.
goes out of your
When-
mouth.
What did you say? Lizbit?
But I said, whatever the fuck happens to fall out of your mouth.
I don't have the energy to deal with this. And he's fed up. He's fed the fuck up. What did you say, you little short thing? Tiefling, you thing.
I think my name is Boon. Thank you very much. That much I remember. But I feel like I'm missing something. What did you take off of us?
Okay, go ahead and roll Constitution for me. Actually, everybody roll Constitution.
Oh, sweet.
I got a 14.
13.
Okay. 14, 13,
16.
16, 17.
Get my 14.
One more time. 14. 16, 17. Okay, so the guard opens his mouth and he says, I got a bird cage and and you all start to feel nauseous. Like you're trying to listen. Have you ever tried to listen to a lecture when you have a really upset stomach?
That cutout was on purpose,
Like
right?
today?
I don't know. But it's basically that feeling as you're trying to listen to him describe things to you.
I hold my head and try not to keel over.
I bend halfway over with my hands grabbing what would be my stomach.
I'm just gonna give in to it and lay down.
Get us up against the wall.
What are you doing, Aaron?
Just bawling my eyes out, sitting on the floor.
Have you been crying this entire time?
Yeah, I've just been crying the whole time.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. The sheriff kind of looks at all of you and takes a step back, and the old lady is looking at you guys too, and she's kind of startled too, and it's like, what in all of Kane is going on? And the old lady is like, may the wings be with them. I don't think they have the answers, but they were the last ones with my son. That old hag said so. And he said, why would you take the word of the hag? You hate the hag. What are you saying?
What hag?
The hag of Trinity. She's some old-looking woman who lives in the woods in that shack of hers.
Oh, okay, you couldn't have told us this first?
Why would I have told you that first?
Because maybe she might have answers.
Hiya, Anna!
You get an inspiration dice.
For calling
The
out
old
lady.
woman.
You might want
Yeah.
to explain inspiration dice to the stream.
Oh yes, for those of you unfamiliar with the mechanics of D&D, inspiration dice are dice that can be rewarded to the players that they can then use to re-roll pretty much anything. So, persuasion, attacks,
Thanks for
bluffs,
follow.
constitution.
See if I
They
can get your
can make
name
a
right.
re-roll, and I've allowed them to take the higher of their two
Drawn
rolls.
carriage. Think I got that right?
Just cause.
Welcome.
But anyways, that's inspiration. The players can have a maximum of 3 right now. So the old woman looks at you, and her mouth is kind of working, opening and closing, and you see her pasty face go a little red. And she's like, she don't talk to no one. She ain't allowed in town often. And I ain't going out in the woods, I'm old.
Well then, why can't he do it? And I point at the guard.
And the guard looks at you and goes, I was going to, but again, you all were at the center of the pillar, and we've gone and investigated her since the last 3 disappearances.
We'll do it again.
You don't watch your mouth, I'm gonna come in there and beat you fucking bloody.
There's no need to be rude. We're the
I mean, if
prisoners
you went
up
in
here.
there, it would kind of give them an opportunity to get out, so...
He's coming over there.
I stare up at him because I'm apparently short.
You're very short, and he's a human man, and he's around 6 feet. So you're just looking up at a 6-foot-tall, weathered, sheriff-looking figure, and he says, you are not helping this situation.
Neither are you.
Keep your mouth shut. I will not ask you again. These people here are scared of you, and they are scared of what's happening. I'm
We're
sorry for
scared
your
too.
predicament. I am sorry for your predicament, but as far as we can tell, you are outsiders and you are Sussex number 1.
suspects. I correct him.
He looks at you long and sighs and turns his back to you and walks over to this one. I forgot. And he says, "Son, you seem to be the quietest of them all. Can you tell me anything?" What? Aaron, we can't hear you.
Mic check.
Hello?
There he is.
Okay. I know my name, I think.
And what is your name?
Augusteen?
Augusteen. And he kind of rolls his wrist like in a gesture for you to continue.
That's all I know.
Do you all only know your names?
Sure,
I
seems
nod
like
my
it.
head up and down.
Have
He
you
can't
not
see
been
you.
listening?
Considering you've all been yelling too? No.
I don't know, man.
Then how are you supposed to hear our answers?
Listen, sir. It has been a long past month, and it has only just kicked off with you all just suddenly appearing.
You think we know anything? I don't know anything.
All I know is I'm over here feeling real sick.
Yeah, do you
The
guys have
sickness
any
has
seltzer
going-
water?
Hoping you
I'm
get
snoring.
paid enough for this shit.
The sickness has gone away from you all. The moment he stopped talking is when it went away. When he was trying to describe your gear to you, that's when it went away. He says, "Alright, look. I'm gonna leave you all here. I'm gonna come back in a few hours with some food.
Food?
If you're on your best behavior, we can chat, but clearly none of y'all are in the mood to chat, and I feel like I need to get a specialist. This is some
Please don't
weird
torture
shit."
us. I don't do well with torture.
He comes over and he looks at you and is like, he has like a confounded and confused look on his face, and he's like, "I don't know what cave you crawled out of, but we don't do that around here unless you're murderers. Which you possibly could be. Are you murderers?" He squints
No.
at you.
Come on, man. We've literally
We
told
clearly
you
don't
10
know.
times. We don't know.
And I continue to not believe y'all, because how can you not know nothing? Were you hit with a forget-me spell?
Maybe?
Did you smoke
We
the bad...
Possibly.
don't know.
Come on, Sonnet.
And if we were hit with such a spell, how would we know that we were hit with such a spell?
Don't you have like a magic-y kind of specialist that can check?
No! We're a male town!
Well, then call somebody.
Who would voluntarily live in a male town?
Do you say that out loud?
Sure, why not?
He whips around and looks at you, offended, and he's like, "Son, there are jobs that need to be done, and one of the greatest jobs to do on Plymouth is to deliver mail."
I agree with this statement.
Were you
It is
born here or
important
did you
to
move
get
here?
the mail.
I was born over on...
You had no choice. Oh, okay. My bad. Continue.
Wait, what?
I thought he was going to say he was born here, and I was going to be like, well, then you had no choice.
No, I moved here to be with my husband, who works at the mail delivery service. I'm gonna say post office. What's another word for mail carriers? Mail carrier place. I was born on Sir.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking because I feel like it'll get me in more trouble.
What's Sir?
It's a little town over on Filara.
What's Valara?
He stops and he looks at you and is like, hang on. Let me guess, you don't even know where you are.
Sir?
Ding,
I don't even
ding.
know if I had breakfast yesterday, let alone if
Yeah.
where I am.
I'm gonna go ahead and narrow it down. If it's not our name, assume we don't know what it is.
At this point, the old lady has just kind of wandered off. And you can hear her crying past the doors. But you can see there's a couple of doors and a couple of windows. And he again scrubs his face and rubs his temples and runs his hands through his very thinning hairline and says, okay, I'll give you all the benefit of the doubt. You are on opiate, which is
What's
one of the
that?
smaller...
Middle of explaining it.
He walks off, and you are left alone.
Alright, now
Alright.
that he's gone, I would like to observe the bars in front of me. How far apart are they?
About 6 inches apart each.
Darn. I was gonna see if I could try squeezing through.
No. You could probably try, if you'd like to try.
I would like to try.
Okay, go ahead and roll dexterity.
You're gonna get stuck.
So, totally gonna get stuck.
Do it.
15.
Okay, you start to try and squeeze through, and your shoulder prevents you from going any further. You can get a leg out.
Alright, I step back into the cell and stroke what I believe is my chin quizzically.
Okay, well now that Mr. Guard is gone,
He wasn't very friendly.
anyone here actually know what's going on, or?
No.
All I know is that I'm missing something and I want it back.
As you say that, you hear chirp, chirp, a very deep masculine chirp. And
Okay, are
you
we hearing? Are we hearing a noise, or are we hearing someone go chirp?
Yes.
I look around, suddenly just trying to find the source of that noise.
It's not very hard as it comes fluttering in through one of the windows, and let me just find a heart token and shrink it down to appropriate small size.
Or
You see a very faint bird. Fuck me, opacity. A faint bird. It looks like a bleeding heart pigeon flutter around and land here. And it goes chirp.
do
I
any of
squint
you
at the
know this
bird.
bird?
I
Chip,
squint
chip,
at the
chip.
bird.
The bird looks at you and raises a wing and goes chirp.
I hold my hands out for the little birdie.
It's a very coherent bird.
The bird comes right about here.
Hi, birdie.
Chirp.
I don't
Chip,
know what
chip,
that
chew.
means.
It chirps at you. It's a bird.
Are they yours?
I think
You know that
so.
it's yours. You know that this
Yeah.
is your bird. What's its name again?
Shale.
You know this is your bird Shale. And even though the cage that it's usually in isn't on your hip anymore, you know this bird.
Shale?
Sure.
Very bird.
I reach through the bars and I give Shale just a small little pet on the head with my finger.
You cannot.
Aww.
You are short and he is 10 feet away from you.
Come here, birdie. Shale, come here.
Alright, he goes over to you and you pet him.
I smile very happily. Oh, you're such a sweetie.
Chirp.
Do you have a sore throat?
Make a wisdom roll.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's a boy. Yeah, maybe. You should get some soup in this bitch. I'm pretty sure that's not natural, man. The bird goes, chirp.
Oh, you poor thing. Come here.
Coo. Coo. And he starts very masculine cooing in your hands.
I hold Shale close. But like not too close. Just, so he's comfortable.
He sits in your hand. What would you like to do?
So if there's more, you can go ahead.
No, he's just sitting there cooing, going coo.
I'd like to clear my throat then and go, okay, so you have a bird now, I guess. I would like to propose something to everyone.
What, like marriage?
Put a group vote here, okay? Do we wait for them to come back or try to break out? I'm good with either.
Well, I don't want them to take my bird.
Who?
I'm good either way.
You've never seen a bird look at you like that. The bird looks at you like dumbass.
Wait, what did I say? I say to the bird.
Coo! Chip chip choo coo!
Are you talking to your bird?
I think I can
Yeah,
speak for the bird and say, let's get the fuck out of here.
Can I try to Can I roll to try to understand what the bird is saying?
Yeah, give me a second. That's a roll thing you can do. Roll for animal handling.
Alrighty. 4.
Whoa.
Uh,
You dropped the
4.
bird.
No, it's like you look at it and it's like you can tell it's not agreeing with you. You can tell it's not agreeing with you.
Should we leave? I asked the bird.
The bird does a bird shrug.
Bird.
Okay.
I have a counter proposal to the escaping plan. Can the bird get the keys?
I look down at the bird.
The bird holds out its wing and it does like the maybe kind of gesture.
Do you think you could try?
Coo.
Would you please try?
Coo.
Thank you.
Yeah, you see the fucking bird fly off to do its bird stealth mission. It's a Metal Gear bird.
Okay, well, while we're waiting, I'm just gonna go ahead and punch the bar just to try it.
Sure, roll attack.
Attack?
Yeah, roll a d20.
All right.
I just
8.
rolled 8.
You roll an 8. Let's see here. Where is your shit? There is your shit. Okay, so you punch the bar and you feel you shouldn't have done that because it's made of metal and you feel you're gonna need a second to rest your hand and you go ah.
It was worth a shot.
I'm gonna
But
face palm.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception. Fuck.
You got a 1.
What
I
did
shouldn't
you
have
roll?
mentioned Frank. He's giving me bad rolls now.
You rolled a 1. It's like, fuck, those are some sturdy bars. Fuck, what's this town using? Fuck.
I'm gonna blame that on the pain in my hand. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. You do that.
So I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go up to the door of my cell and I'm just gonna see if it'll open.
Would have been a good bet. Oh shit, he forgot.
Oh no.
Yeah, you wiggle it and it doesn't open. It's locked.
Aw. Well, I'm out of ideas.
I know there are a bunch of people that chose to live in a male town, but they're not that dumb.
Clearly, they might be. Did you hear what that guard was saying to us?
All right, guys. Any other ideas?
I'm gonna kick the door, the cell, like with the cell door.
Sure,
Are we just gonna?
roll attack?
We're just gonna die here from self-inflicted damage.
You might.
Let's see. I got a 4.
You go. Your foot slides through the bar. It slides between the bars, and as you try to pull it back, you're. Uh-oh.
I'm stuck.
Nice one.
Well,
we can't really.
Good
Wait.
going, genius.
Does anybody know any spells?
Real
Maybe
quick,
Reese-
Boon, give me a perception check.
A perception check.
Yeah.
17.
17. Ooh, Jesus. Fucking X-ray vision, you hear. What the? Go!
Oh no.
Oh goodness. Oh no, my bird!
You never know. That could have been the bird karate chopping him.
Hey guys, I heard something. I think my bird might be hurt. What do I do?
Well, you're kind of stuck behind
And wait?
bars.
Where the fuck are all my tokens? You see the guard come back, and he's just holding this bird in his grasp, and the bird's like, cuckoo. And he's looking at you with your foot outside of your cell, clearly stuck.
She
he's
tried to
like-
break out.
I wave at him.
He's-
I had
I wave
nothing
at
to
him,
do
and then
with
I
that.
put my arms out. Can I have my bird back?
Is he gonna try and take my keys again?
I don't know.
Then no.
But I want my bird.
And I want to help the people of this town. And so far, you have sent a bird to try and steal my keys, and apparently try and break out. Though I have to
I
assume
didn't.
your other... Was I talking to you, dog?
No, sir.
Dog? Where?
The dog. Your friend is clearly wild-shaped or polymorphed or hexed.
Aren't we all?
No.
What?
At least not that I can see.
Okay, hang on. So are we or are we not weird blobs?
I think we are blobs that kind of look like our actual bodies a little bit. I think.
What are you all? No, you look like a, I can't tell what race you are. You look a little bit like a halfling, maybe? Halfling?
Me?
Your skin's a weird color though. Never seen that shade of black and purple. Your friend next to you, he looks like just a regular guy. Maybe he's got tabaxi in him. Maybe his eyes are freaking me out. And he looks at Hadriel and he's like, "You look like hair. Your friend over there looks like typical half elf, maybe. And then this one here won't drop his shape, so I have to assume he's a dog."
If I could, I would, but I don't even remember how I got
What?
to be here.
Why don't you try really hard?
Okay, I scrunch my face up real hard and try to drop whatever shape I'm in.
Okay. Make a wisdom check.
That is a 13.
13. You try, and you don't feel anything happening. And the guy is looking at you, and he's just shakes his head. He's like, "Never mind."
Well, I tried.
I try squeezing my leg back out of the cell.
Make another dexterity check.
4. I keep getting 4s.
You try, and it's like your legs start to hurt, man. It hurts.
Please.
The guard walks over to you and slides his other hand through the bar and is like, "Okay, put your other foot in my hand, and I'm gonna try and lift you up to a wider section of the bars."
But if I do that, I'll fall.
No, you just gotta be a couple of inches. You'll be okay. You comply?
I attempt to figure out what he's talking about. I put my foot on his hand. Am I sitting on the ground?
You're on the ground.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that I was standing.
You can be. In that case, he instructs you to lie down.
This is weird. I bring my foot up.
Okay. You, with his leverage underneath your other foot, and him holding the foot that's outside the bar, he quickly just and lifts you up, and your foot slides back into the cell, and you fall with a light thud.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's like, "Don't do whatever you were trying to do. You're not going to be able to squeeze out of these bars unless you're made of water."
Maybe I am made of water.
Can I attempt to turn into water?
Sure, go ahead. Roll, just give me a straight D20 roll.
In general.
Just general D20 roll.
That's a 6.
6. You're totally water. You're so water. And as you try to get through the bar, oh, no. No, you feel pretty, those bars are pretty solid. And so are you.
Fair enough.
Y'all are crazy people.
Yes.
Probably.
Hey,
You all seem crazy.
hey, you
Yeah,
over there across from
talking
me.
dog.
You over there across from me. Are we the only two here that realize these bars are real?
Yeah.
Hey, you know magic exists, right?
Yeah, does anybody have any spells?
Oh, so you know that exists.
Well, obviously,
Good.
Obviously.
look at us. Well, to us, we all look like we're a floating blob, but apparently we look different to you.
To be fair, you guys haven't tried punching the bars yet.
How well did that work for you?
You got stuck. I don't want to hear it.
You tried to punch the bars.
No.
Make a deception roll. With disadvantage.
Disadvantage means I roll twice and it does the worst one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. So 6 is the worst one.
He looks at you. Let's see what he rolls. No. He looks at you, he's like, uh-huh. You don't say. He lets the bird go, and it goes chip chip choo, chip chip chee, all the way over to Boon, and he stands in the middle of the room, and he's like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's start from the beginning. My name is Sheriff Johnson.
Nice to meet you.
Just got a name.
Very original.
I would say... Do you say that out loud?
No. No.
Okay.
I have a bad
Remember,
habit of
I'm gonna
making jokes all the time.
It could be a part of your character if you want, but you're gonna not keep all your teeth that way.
That's fair.
He says, I wish I could say likewise. We don't get a lot of outsiders on here that aren't staying as long as you guys.
Clearly.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes. But like I say it under my breath, really quietly. Or like clearly.
Doesn't seem to hear you.
I say it to the bird.
And the bird goes,
But is the one.
caw. Sheriff Johnson says, why don't we start by y'all introducing your names? You seem to know them.
My name is Boon, and this is Shale.
Okay, Boon and Shale.
Yes.
I'm Augusteen. Maybe.
Right. Maybe. Are you talking, Aaron?
Yeah. Wait.
You can do another mic check.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
There
There
you
we
are.
go. Were you saying something?
Hold on. I'm gonna restart now. Anything.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Aaron, if you have I don't know what's happening, but we cannot hear you.
Hello.
You keep cutting in and out, my guy.
Don't know what's happening.
I don't either, but I assume you said, my name is Augustine, and I don't know what's happening.
Yes.
Okay. And Sheriff Johnson says, I understand that. I'm not quite sure what's happening myself, but we'll get back to that. Dog. What is your name? He looks at you and he's like, Mix. Mix.
Mix what?
Mix. The gender neutral pronoun of Mr. and Miss.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Fair, I guess. What is your name, Mixed Dog?
My name's Toreen.
Toreen. And you two in the shared cell.
Well, my name is Hadriel.
Mine is Lizbit.
Hadriel, Lizbit, Toreen, Augustine, Boon, Shale.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Yes, what?
You are on the main island of Opiate, which is one of the smaller islands that harbors. Give me a second. Ector. It harbors the bigger island of Ector. You're on the collective islands known as Plumas.
Yep, this is the first session there,
Do
AJ.
any of those words mean anything to you?
The entire premise is
Not
that
a one.
in the
the
slightest.
DM made all of our characters. We know nothing besides a couple things that we're given or told in advance. Hence why we're all trying random stuff to see what works.
He runs his hands through his thinning hair again, and you can see a couple of strands come out with them. And he says, "Okay, look. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot, but I can't just let you all go unless perhaps you could help me."
With what?
You guys are not going to be able to walk around Opiate without people assuming you're criminals. All these disappearances, people are looking for blood, and you all seem like, he looks at all of you, lost folk. I don't know if you're good folk or not.
Our DM is using
I always try and assume people are
Photoshop
good
to do all
folk.
the maps and the icons,
Try to.
and I'm streaming what they're showing us directly to
But
Twitch. So
you can't
I'm
go
streaming
walking
their
around
stream on
Opiate
Discord
with all
for
this
the
abduction
maps
and
come
I just
through to
dropped
us.
something.
That way we can't see
All
what
this
the actual maps
abduction
look like.
that's been
We
going
figure
on,
it out
not to
as we go.
mention a lot of the townsfolk saw you in that crater.
Well, what can we do to remedy that?
If you can help me find somebody else in your stead with proof that they were the people's, persons, entities, whatever's abducting our people and maybe helping us, or just helping us find those missing folks, that'd be good. We're missing 3 children and 2 adults.
And I'm assuming you'll let us out if we agree?
Yes.
I'm in.
Sure, why
Yeah.
not?
I'm always
I'm
down
not one
for
to
a good
rot in a
mystery.
sail.
I don't want to have to piss in front of this guy.
I don't want to have that either, because my office is in this area. It's just this, and then outside.
So now what?
Alright. Now, I'll let you out. And he seems really not sure about that. But, you can all make insight checks, if you'd like.
Sure. Fighting every fiber in my being not to just like sprint away as soon as he opens the door.
Got a 17.
Oh, I got a
I got a 9.
3, 9.
Sorry,
See what he-
what'd you say one more time? Talking with some of the chat.
Insight check.
All of us?
Yes.
16.
Okay. Augusteen, what'd you get?
16.
16, so. Insight. This is fun, just looking through all of this. I really gotta just print out a character sheet. And 9. Okay, so. Hadriel, and what does Boon get? Hadriel, you're the only one who's like, cop seems like a cop. Cop is a cop, man. But the rest of you can kind of see, and especially, Toreen, Augusteen, you can see this man is tired and ragged. He seems unkempt. a little bit dirty, and you can see just the dark circles under his eyes and the smudges of just dirt, grime, and other shit on him. Presumably from fucking working. He is exhausted and desperate. So he's
Well.
gonna go up to Boon and open the cell, pretend it's open, make believe.
Cool.
Since I don't realize that he's
I
tired
just-
and exhausted, I would like to hold my gross, blobby, terrifying hand out to shake his hand.
Okay, he looks at you. He's gonna. He looks at you as he opens the cell and,
You gotta seal it. You gotta seal it.
He nods and has that look like fair enough, and gives your hand a good shake, and lets you walk out. He's got his eye kind of on you. If you guys want to move out of your cells, you can.
I just start waddling towards the door. Not even a full walk, just kind of like do.
Yeah, I guess we can gather at the door.
Yeah, you
I'm
gather
gonna
at the
push
door.
past him and go outside.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, like I reach up towards the door and I'm just like, all right, cool.
Okay.
I'll be
He
outside.
locks this cell. No, please don't leave this building yet, please.
So as he comes up to my cell, I offer him my hand and say, "Looking forward to helping you."
He also V or H.
He,
Okay, he looks at you as like, isn't that uncomfortable?
if you're talking about how I appear, I don't feel any discomfort.
No, you're walking on two legs.
Feels perfectly natural to me.
Can I look over and discern what shape he's in?
You look over and he's, standing on two legs like you are.
Well, that doesn't seem very odd.
Oh, okay, and he, kind of grabs your quote-unquote hand, and it's weird. Seems like an average-sized human, and you feel like an average-sized humanoid, but his entire hand encompasses yours. And he kind of gives it an awkward shake as he nods at you. He's like, okay, sure, I guess. And then he walks over to Hadriel and fucking Augusteen and unlocks his cell. What was that? He said, "Don't thank me yet." He walks over to the center of the room. Do you two want to move?
I'll move out towards the middle of the room, but not making a move towards the door.
Okay, make a dexterity save for me.
Ooh, oh wait, that line's the other way. 9.
9. Your dexterity is... What is your dexterity? By the way, you can switch it to a more casual sounding music if you'd like, Tork. Either track 1 or 2.
Give me one moment. Bringing up the Be Right Back screen as I'm scrolling through Discord.
Okay, yeah, you managed to walk over there. You're really slow, though. Just going boom, boom. And you guys see it. He's kind of not balanced as he walks, which is weird because you can't discern how many legs he has either. But you can tell he's not walking naturally.
Oh, Be Right
It's
Back,
weird.
soon.
It's in the uncanny valley of things. So, Hadriel, Lizbit, Boon, what are you guys doing?
I'm just
I'm
gonna follow the
leaning up.
top.
I'll lean up against that wall right there.
This wall?
Watch everything unfold.
Okay. you
I'm just
go
gonna
here.
follow wherever the cop goes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm standing next to the door and I have put Shale on my shoulder.
Okay, I'm just gonna close the shell icon. Assume he's just there. He's just there going. Ooh.
Oh,
Cool.
we had a noise at the beginning there.
You okay, friend?
Cool.
All right, good enough for me.
Yeah, bird is bird. All right.
Cop is a cop.
Sheriff Johnson looks at all of you, keeping a close eye on Boon. And,
I smile up at him innocently.
He gives a hesitant nod and kind of shivers before looking back at everybody else.
Oh, okay.
I
This
heard
is
that
fun.
notification.
We're having fun.
Hi, Wolf. Thanks for
He
following.
looks at everyone and goes, "All right. So, if you're going to be assisting me in this mission, I would ask that you all stay in a group, and I will stay with y'all. One, because I need to keep an eye on all of you, and two, if you go wandering around the village on its own, it's a pretty close-knit community, so everyone's going to look at you and assume something bad has either happened to me or that you escaped, and there may be a manhunt on you. You got it?
Yep. Don't
What
want
if
to be
we're
hunted
not a
down.
man?
It's a figure of speech. A they hunt doesn't sound as good as a man hunt.
Well, I'm tired of being in this cramped cell dungeon thing. Let's get out.
Yeah.
Alright. And he walks towards the door. Do you all follow him?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, you all do that. And that's his token. Where is my folder? And you come out into a town. And yes, I did have a town ready.
Yay!
Where is the sheriff icon? There it is. And then I have to give me a second to remember where everything is. Ugh, as I try not to throw up. Lock that. And you
Throwing up
all
would be
came
bad.
out of... Yeah, I don't want that. You all came out of here. You are all just there. Sheriff behind you. You come out into a very small town with a brick paved road. Oh, you don't see this icon. This icon isn't here. I gotta make extra layers. Give me a second. For townsfolk, because this is a town of some sort. And we're just gonna make them... We're gonna make them bees. We're gonna make them quirky bees. Make them a little... That's a good size. You see, You don't see. Holy shit. You see a ghost.
Oh no.
You see a couple of people out here, what appears to be some sort of inn/bar, and they're out drinking on the porch. You see another slightly older gentleman tending to what appears to be a farm, and next to him is some sort of storefront.
Oh.
And you don't see anybody over here, but you can tell there are people inside the house. And then in this area, there's more of the town, but you'd have to exit screen. And this thing here is a well. Don't judge me.
All right, Mr. Cop Bud. Where are we going?
I've forgotten your name. I say
I did.
quietly.
I'm so terrible with names.
It's fine. It is Sheriff Johnson.
Johnson,
Mr.
that's right.
Johnson.
The original guy.
Oh yes, thank you. I'm hoping to pass on my family name
I'm
Once I
sure
get
it'll
in
be
there.
everywhere soon.
I hope not. I don't want that many children. Ooh. No, my husband just wants maybe one or two. That's besides the point. Sorry. I've tried. The local townspeople haven't questioned too much about it, mainly because folks are just scared right now, and we haven't had anybody who moved in recently who would probably be, you know, suspicious, except for the hag who lives east of here.
Do we
So I
go
think-
talk
Again-
to the hag?
He looks at you and make an insight check.
Sorry, I was taking a sip of tea.
Oh shit, I probably should.
Oh, hey, all the tea.
Everybody hydrate!
I got a
Yeah,
7.
You got a 7?
I got a
Oh
7.
my goodness, a 7! What the fuck's a 7 gonna get you?
Look at all these low rolls and
I know.
I do
God.
have. There is a rule in place where I have allowed people to use their own personal dice until I feel they've abused the power.
That's my slime.
I haven't been using my own personal dice. My own personal dice are for monsters.
What?
like you only
Don't
use
worry
them when
about
you're in combat, or
No, don't worry about it.
okay.
They're Cthulhu dice.
Oh, they're your Woman, this is the entire reason why I set up this rule, so you could use those dice!
Hey, fine, I'll use the fucking dice.
I'd like to
Motherfucker!
draw y'all's attention to the dice tray.
Yeah,
What's
that
up?
means he's being a jerk, right?
Yep.
Frank!
Send my dice!
So reason I pulled out my
Frank.
physical dice.
You fucking...
That's some
Yep.
cool ass dice, man. Okay.
Cool. You're gonna be getting more.
Continuing.
Anyway, the sheriff kind of looks at you and says, maybe. Or we can do that if you'd like, or we could investigate the post office.
Is that where the scene of the accident is?
No. The scene of the accident is about, and he looks towards the... Actually, he does look towards the east, towards where the hag's house is. It's a bit further, east, northeast. It's about 10 miles? 10 miles walk?
Well, I suppose you can just take us wherever you think we should be and tell us what to do. We'll try our best.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, you lead the way, boss man.
My bet would be the post office. Mainly because we have folks coming in and out of there, but they don't usually stay more than a day.
Is it just so
Also,
you can see your man?
so that he doesn't. He looks pretty tired, guys. Let's go the shorter walk first. Maybe another time we can go down to the hags.
Fair.
Another time will probably be soon.
I think he looks like a cop.
Yeah,
What's the
but
difference between a cop and
You
a
say
sheriff?
that. You say that out loud.
You know what? I don't care how much it gives me in trouble. Let's do everything I say is out loud now.
Okay, he looks at you and says, "Yes. Yes, I am."
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yep. So you all appear here. And, there's, this looks more... It's busy, for sure. This giant building over here, you see people coming in and out of it rapidly. You actually see, It's interesting, but you see from these... Let me get a pen. Why can't I draw on this?
Is it
You
locked?
see little flames going in and out of these windows, and you see birds flying out of it too. And then you see a bird person. They look like a perhaps a raven of some sort, and they just start flapping their wings, and then they go off into the distance, carrying several satchels of what looks like mail, scrolls, and books.
Okay, really quick, I'd like to do something really quick. I would like to
Oh,
listen to what sound the birds make. Just give me a general. What do I hear the birds sounding like?
They just go.
What do they make any chirping noises?
That one does not, but you see another one come out, and this one looks a little stranger. They look like some sort of a chicken, but they seem to be going through a molt of some sort, and they go, Meryl Hope! And they fly off.
I think to myself, maybe her bird isn't weird.
So hang on. How far away am I from the sheriff?
Like 10 feet or so.
I walk over to the sheriff.
You walk over to the sheriff. He eyes you warily, wondering what fresh hell you're about to unleash upon him. And he goes, yes.
I hold his hand.
You grab his hand, and he's like, huh? How old are you?
I don't want to get lost.
I think there's 4 other people. I did. I will give that back to you once we have some kind of lead. What'd you say?
Minor interlude on the DM's part.
What's wrong?
Oh, we could just hear you talking to someone.
Yeah, I was talking to Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron, you might want to get a little bit closer to your mic.
Yes, that someone I was talking to, Tork, is actually one of the players.
It sounded like it was someone that had just come up to your door and you could barely hear over the mic, and you were like, what?
No, her mother would be shouting at her. We would hear it very, very loudly.
Yeah, or she'd be banging on the door, being like, hey! Spawn! I got dinner! Anyways, so you hold the sheriff's hand, and he reluctantly allows it. He's
Well, Sheriff Johnson, what exactly are we looking for in this post office?
evidence, anyone suspicious, anyone who, I don't know, can you any dog? And he looks at Toreen, he's like, do you got a good sniffer on you, perhaps?
I can try.
Okay. And he starts patting himself down, and he pulls out a doll, a little stuffed kitty. And he says, "This was on Nana's grandson's person. It was the only thing we found near your bodies. Here." And he hands it to you. How do you hold it?
I hold it with my hand open, with it just resting in my palm.
Make a dexterity save with disadvantage.
Goodness.
Do you want to hear the 2 numbers?
Yes.
19 and 18.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, he puts it in your hand quote-unquote, reluctantly, and, you hold it perfectly well. In fact, you take your other hand and kind of... It's weird, but you can't quite hold it. You're trying to. And in the end, you kind of just have to put your 2 fists against the doll to, like, rotate it and look at it. And what do?
I take a big whiff.
Okay. You smell it, and instantly, it's weird. You smell the scent, and you pull it away from your nose, and you can smell it coming faintly from both the mail house, from both the post office, and towards the east. But it's fainter at the actually, roll perception with advantage.
14.
14. I gotta look up your perception. Oh, I can't wait until you guys figure out what the hell you are so you can do this shit yourself.
You gave yourself so much work.
I did. You got a 14. You can tell that the smell at the post office is way fainter than the smell coming towards the east.
I look towards the sheriff and I'm like, it smells much stronger, like it's coming from that way, pointing back towards the square we came from, towards the east.
Told you we should have gone there first.
However, it is faintly coming from the post office.
He is going to do a thing. Yeah. He looks at you. He looks where you're generally pointing. It's weird. You try and curl your fingers, and they don't seem to curl all the way. It's weird. But you point, and he looks in that direction, and make an insight check.
10.
Let me look at what your insight is again. I don't know why I keep closing my phone. It's like, yeah, he doesn't seem too thrilled about it, but he's like, yeah, okay. I guess we can go see the hag. I guess. And, he starts leading you in the direction of the hag.
Sir?
Yes.
Before I drop this, would you like it back?
Oh, right. That's probably uncomfortable. Are you sure you don't want to be walking on all fours? And he takes the doll from you.
I mean, I can if it makes you more comfortable.
He's like, never mind. And he starts, by the way, if you guys have a guess as to what you are, feel free to say it in character or shout it out. But it has to just be, like, in character.
Okay.
I guess it hasn't really come up more than just that time in jail, so when the time comes.
Cool. Okay. Alright, so that's not it. What is this? I don't know what that is. This is the problem with layers. I wish I could just auto-label everything. Anyway,
You can. It's called typing.
Yes, and that takes time. And guess what I have to do? I have to reach over my tablet to type.
But it will probably take less time in total to do that than it would to continue to scroll.
I will take the
Anyway.
inspiration dice away from you.
Well, if no one else in the party does, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. I'm just giving suggestions.
Your suggestions are noted. So you guys, actually, we should first do this. Nope. You guys, who's typing me? Who's typing me? Fuck, really?
Yep.
Shit. Okay, so you guys are walking, and you walk for, oh god. You start walking towards the east, and this area, the further you get away from town, the more denser the forest is. It's almost swamp-like with how the trees are how the trees are. The trees look almost like weeping willows that are sagging towards the ground.
Oh,
And-
Quick question: are we supposed to be seeing this right now?
No, this I didn't draw this. This is transitioning screen.
Ah,
Got it.
Yes. I can't draw everything, guys. I just can't. I will be here all night. But you guys are walking and it's weird, but as you look at it, none of this really seems familiar to any of you guys.
Am I
This
still holding
entire-
the guard's hand?
Are you?
Yes.
Okay, you're still holding the guard's hand. He's gotten used to your presence at least.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So you're walking, and as you're passing through town and you're leaving, you notice the couple of folks that were out kind of giving you some weird side eye, but they don't do much else. And as you're walking down this slightly worn path, it's not paved with cobblestone like the town was. The sheriff starts talking. So the hag is our number one suspect, but every time we've tried to confront her with evidence and whatnot, she's denied it. And trying to go into her home is generally a bad idea. You know.
I want to do it then.
What would you say her personality is like?
What's a nice word for bitchy?
Noted.
No, she's not. I never got the sense she was busy too. I never get the sense that she's bad. She's just kind of to herself. Very much
Well,
to
she
herself.
wouldn't attack us if we went and tried to talk to her, right?
Well, just don't look menacing.
I can't
That's
control
easy.
how I look.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine. If anything, you should be the most worried about her liking you too much.
What?
Uh-oh. So are we? I'm sorry. Are we at the witch's hut then?
No, you're just walking towards there.
Got it. Cool.
It's just casual small talk. And since we're running out of time, I can't do the counter, so... So, you guys... As he says that, you guys finally see come into view, a little... what looks like a piece of a river, and you can see the river goes past there, but this area is densely packed with, trees. And, I need to move you all in the right positions, because no, you're not supposed to be there. Stop it. So, you all arrive down this worn dirt path, and it's kind of weird, because it is a worn dirt path, which implies that people come down here often. And he says, here it is. This is her hut. She's pretty self-efficient from what I've seen. She's got a garden, she's got whatever's in the shed. And he looks at that shed, and he kind of shudders. And why don't everyone make me perception rolls?
While we're also doing that, can I take a big whiff to see exactly where the smell's coming from?
Jeez.
Sure.
Good job, Wolfie.
What did you roll?
Well, DJ and I just rolled at the same time, and one of the
And-
rolls was 5 and the other was 20, so we don't
And
know who
I
rolled
made
first.
a nat 20.
On
Got
your
a 9.
perception?
So, two of us got nat 20s. Either DJ or I got a nat 20.
I think I got the 5.
Okay,
Yeah,
that means...
you got the 20 there, Wolfie.
Alrighty, I got a nat 20.
2 nat 20s there for you, cat.
Okay, so you take a big whiff, Toreen, and there's a scent here, but it's faint. There's a little bit of a scent here, and here, but there's a much stronger set coming from down the river.
I look towards the sheriff and I go, I smell some coming from that building to our right, but it smells like it's coming from beautiful turtle.
What was that?
But it smells like it's coming more from downriver. Turtle!
Are we looking at a turtle?
What?
Your
Turtle keeps
your
appearing on
preview
the
of what the
screen.
tools do.
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. Yeah, so, by the way, all of this is in Photoshop, so if I hover over one of these tools for too long, it tells you what the tool does, but it doesn't actually tell the audience what the tool does. They just get a preview.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny. We're just talking. We all got a flash of turtle in our head.
I'm like, what are you all talking about? What do you mean turtle?
I'd like
But
to think
making this
that
harder
actually
for me.
happened.
Well, great. Anyways, so you fucking... The sheriff looks at you and he goes, well, the only thing down that river is more forest. The crater is closer to there, I guess, but
Did you try sending out a search party?
we try, but it's only a handful of villagers that work here. Most people have to tend to the post office.
Well, I mean, if Toreen smells it coming from that way, we should probably check that out. But since we're already here, let's talk to the hag.
I don't want to check out that shed.
Is she okay being called a hag?
Who, me?
No, the hag.
Well, he kind of sags and is fiddling with his one free hand because Boon fucking has his other hand. He's like, well,
I'm just smiling up at him.
I'll tell you what. Another
He-
question.
he wants to. You feel him try and pull his hand away as you do that.
I don't let go.
Strength check.
Yeah, strength check for me.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
10.
You managed to hold onto his hand. He's not happy about it. He's like, quit smiling at me, please.
What's wrong with my smile?
Considering
Well.
it's filled with a fuck ton of teeth? I don't know, young lady. It's very unnerving to look at.
I love hearing what monstrosities we are.
Alright, I have black and purple skin and a lot of teeth. That's all I know. And I'm short.
Yeah. Sheriff kind of fidgets and looks back at Hadriel and is like, no, none of us have really managed to learn her name. She moved in here about 6 months ago.
Okay, well, maybe I'll stick with Lady for the time being then.
That'd probably be advised.
Did these disappearances start happening after she moved in, or?
About 3-4 months after she moved in, yeah. Which is why we think she's suspect number one. But when we looked in her shed,
I walk
And
over
he
to
kinda-
I let go of the sheriff's hand and I walk over to the shed and open the door.
oh, no. He's gonna try and grab you. Make a dexterity check. Or
Oh,
an
now he
acrobatics.
wants to hold hands.
Oh.
Before you can even do anything about that, you take a step and then you face plant. And he's like,
I
For-
just start
for the
throwing
chat
into
there-
the dirt.
They rolled a nat 1.
I rolled a 1.
He looks at you and goes, you good?
I sit up, I push off the ground, and I'm on my
You are
knees.
covered in mud.
I look at him and I'm like, do I look okay?
So while that
generally?
interaction goes on, I would like to also attempt to go open the shed.
Is everyone going for the shed?
Are you doing this stealthily or just going?
Go in. Well, they're
Okay, just go.
distracted by Boon faceplant.
He is, so he's gonna roll it. He rolled a 3. He does not see you going. Okay, so you start walking towards the shed. Jesus Christ. Okay, you get towards the shed. What do you do?
Attempt to open the door.
Okay, make a dexterity check. Actually, make a dexterity save.
Already rolled. Oh, just use that number or re-roll?
What's the number that you got? A what?
Nat 1.
Oh.
Okay. Oh no. Okay, so the moment you put your hand on the door, you see sigils light up on the door, and suddenly you're filled with a horrific pain. It feels like a shock. And you take 3 points of lightning damage, and it fucking hurts. You feel your insides clamming up. But the worst part is that you can't let go of the door.
Oh.
I
I
run
need
up
everyone
and
to
shove
roll
her.
an. Okay, so you run up, make a strength check.
16.
Jeez. Oh yeah, you. Hang
So
on.
powerful, you're moving the landscape.
Yeah, you're just so strong. There we go. Alright, you wham! Ram this guy out of the way. You don't take any more damage, thankfully, and you recover. And the sigils go dark again.
Maybe we should
And the
stop
sheriff
touching shit.
Stops running up to you, and he is furious. He's like, I told you not to go near that! I didn't think she'd trap the door this time!
Well,
And
maybe
all
if you
this
told us
commotion-
what was in it?
It's... Ugh. No. No!
God, if you take too long to explain, I'm gonna try again.
It's full of voodoo and hoodoo and stuff stuff you shouldn't be messing with. You hear an old crony voice yell, and
I wipe mud off of my face
you do
to
that.
try and see better.
Oh.
Oh, good lord.
You see horrors. You see horrors upon horrors. You see an older woman with long flowing white hair and a white creamy colored dress that looks kind of it's very ornate, and at the bottom there's stripes of red decorating the hymns. And she appears to be a very old wizened woman, but despite that, she's not walking around with a cane. But Lizbit, give me a second.
Would have done that without you asking for it.
Just give me 1 second, folks. Shouldn't take too long.
In Mississippi. The second's over.
I will take inspiration dice from you, and I will make sure you suffer.
You get negative inspiration.
Oh, that's not a thing. That can happen.
I take
called a
away your
disadvantage.
creativity.
I should really have this shit on short keys. You get that. And you can either share that or not. But, anyways, the rest of you see this, wizened old woman walking up towards the fucking sheriff icon, because I put it on the wrong layer. Walking up towards all of you. And she's like, and just what do you think you're all doing here, hmm?
Sitting in the mud.
Well, she's sitting in the mud.
She is not acknowledging either of you.
I'm gonna go
She
ahead and
is
walk up just to
looking-
join the conversation a little bit, even though I don't say anything.
Okay. You walk over here. You walk up there.
Well,
Yep.
I'm just over here keeping my friend getting shot more.
I'm gonna.
I crawl over to the water, and I kind of wash my face off a little.
You do
So walk
that.
up to the hag, reach my hand out, and attempt to shake hers. She accepts, of course, and say, "Hi, I'm Lizbit. What's your name?"
She absolutely does not accept, and she kind of looks at you and goes, "What were you trying to do to get in my shed?"
I don't
Word
know. The sheriff told me not to, so I tried.
Johnson, and the sheriff tenses up. He looks petrified of her, and she glares at him with yellow eyes. She has yellow irises.
I stand up,
Just what?
walk over to the sheriff, and hold his hand.
Wet hand.
He,
Yeah, my hand is pretty wet and cold now.
your hand
There's a
is
lot of-
hit. But he's gonna try and not do that. He's gonna try and get out of your grasp. He rolls a nat 1.
I was
have
gonna-
an iron grip on his hand. I
But-
smile up at the old lady.
He looks ready to start crying, and he does a little bit.
I go over and pull out Wolfie's hand and hold her hand so the sheriff doesn't have to.
Make a dexterity check.
19.
Oh yeah, with effort, you just boop, pop her hand out of there. Well, actually, Wolfie, you have to make an opposing strength check.
Okay. 3.
Oh yeah, no, like fucking butter, your hand comes right out of there and...
Be fair, it is wet.
It's wet, it's very wet. And a little bit slimy, because that water is not, completely clean. It's clean-ish, but it's like...
I
it's
shiver.
basically
I
fluff
shiver
water.
and nod at the sheriff.
He
I
looks
don't
at you
question
and...
it. I just enjoy that I'm holding somebody's hand. Even if, like, should I... I'm gonna roll perception on, Toreen's hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
14!
And your natural perception...
What are you trying to perceive?
Jesus.
His hand?
Their hand.
Yes.
You try and perceive it, and it's weird. It's kind of rough, but also, and you kind of play around with it unconsciously, much to the disgust of Toreen. But
Ugh.
yeah, the
Cold, wet hand.
the palm of it, cold, wet, and slimy because that's swamp water.
Should I just have pond
Ow.
scum on my face?
You manage
I'm
just
covered
a little
in
bit.
blood.
Just you are very filthy. You're not too unpleased with it though. Anyway, you kind of subconsciously pet Toreen's hand, and the top part is soft, but the bottom is super rough and textured.
What the heck is wrong with your hand?
Why are you petting me like a cat?
I'd like to clear my throat again.
The hag is just watching you all, waiting.
Someone needs to take
sorry,
control of the
sorry.
situation.
You go ahead, continue your conversation with the sheriff.
I don't
I'd
let
like-
go of Toreen's hand. I just keep holding it.
Hadriel, make an insight check.
Insight. 19.
Nice.
Oh,
For
Jesus.
once.
Yeah, you were high rolling in the beginning, and then Frank was like, hold my beer. As you're looking at this old woman, her face is really grim and haunted as she looks at you guys longer.
Do you know something about us?
Of course.
Could
Magic
you tell us,
like that.
please?
I Not in many words, unfortunately.
Can you write it down? Maybe pictures?
No, I cannot. I take it none of you remember what happened.
Not at all.
Nope.
Nope.
How unfortunate. And she nods and she looks at the sheriff. And she goes, "Why have you come here? I told you. I don't know where those missing people went." And the sheriff kind of cringes and sighs and says,
He wipes his wet hand on his pants.
he wipes his wet hand on his already grimy pants. And he says, sorry, ma'am. He points at her like, see? And he says, another someone went missing, and these folks claim to not have any recollection of what happened, and this one here, this dog here, he says, they say, she says, he looks at the dog again, and he's like, oh, no, you still can't tell. They said they could smell the boy over here, and the hag goes, what boy? Nana's grandson. You know anything about it? And the hag thinks for a second and says, ah, yes, the little gifted one. Oh, when did this happen? Last night. And her haunted features become even more haunted. And she nods slowly and she says, I don't have anything here that will help you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to be going. And
Yeah, one more thing.
She stops and looks back at you.
That kid, I'm assuming you know him somewhat. His scent is here.
Yes, he comes to visit my house.
Does he play down the river a lot?
She thinks, yes, he does. He likes to chase the rabbits.
What
tell him
kind of
not
rabbits?
to. Just
Look, there's a lot of rabbits.
No.
regular rabbits. He's not like your friend over here.
Which one?
She points at Hadriel. She looks at you and her face kind of sinks in a little bit. It's weird. You watch her stare at you a little bit longer, and then it's like, have you ever seen somebody's eyes glaze over as they're trying to remember something?
Yeah.
She has that expression on her, and she shakes her head and she says, I'm sorry. Why are you here again?
The kid.
What kid?
The grandson?
Boy.
I don't have any grandchildren.
Oh. Hey, Sheriff?
The gifted one.
Nanan's grandson.
Yes.
And she nods and is like, oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
No.
You're not.
She looks a little affronted at that. She's like, oh, I may be old, but I'm fine, I assure you. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, I have a bird.
What?
You do have a bird. The bird goes, chip, chip, chew.
Hey, ma'am. Do you sense any magic-y things about my bird? I let go of Toreen's hand briefly and wiggle my fingers and then grab his hand again. There.
Toreen, do you try and get out of her grasp?
Sorry?
You
I
try
grabbed
and
your hand
avoid
again.
getting grabbed again.
No, I take her hand so the sheriff doesn't have to.
Okay. All right.
How noble
so
of you.
she looks at you, looks at the bird, and you see her eyes start to glow yellow, and the yellow encompasses it. And from the yellow, it spreads down her crow's feet and her deep wrinkles, and then down markings that you could not perceive before. And they spread all throughout her body, it seems, as she looks at this bird. And then her head snaps back, and she's like, yes, it's magic. Where did you get that bird?
I'd answer that question if I knew the answer. His name is Shale, though.
She looks really disturbed by it, but she just nods.
I let go of Toreen's hand and I hold Shale in my arms, now kind of scared that she might take him away.
Ma'am, sorry to disrupt the conversation. Could we get a name to call you by?
She kind of laughs at that, and the sheriff kind of tenses up, and she nods and she says, of course, my name is Nightingale, and it's sad that you're the first person besides those children to ask.
Only the children have asked?
Yes, it's a little bit strange, but every time I try and go into town, and she looks dead at the sheriff, and he's fiddling his thumbs. Nobody seems to have anything to sell, and nobody seems to be home.
For shame, Sheriff, for shame.
I shake my head at the sheriff.
The sheriff is looking at all of you like, what the fuck, guys?
I may be a monstrous blob, but at least I have feelings.
I don't know what I am.
Outside of the actual campaign right now, we have about 5 minutes left before our planned end of stream.
Sure.
Alright, how's everyone feeling?
I feel great.
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. My pacing went a little bit too long. Do we want to call it here? Or do we want to keep going a little bit?
I'm fine with whatever. I mean, it's only 7 here.
It feels like a good stopping point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, 'cause clearly next we're going to be going down the stream and there's something over there. So,
oh, yeah.
Be a good
Oh,
cliffhanger.
if you want to, you can go do anything you want within reason.
I sprint away. No.
You sprint away. The sheriff gives chase. We roll initiative.
I was playing the long con.
You'll never take me alive, you filthy copper.
Or run away while screaming oink oink.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I've got to make like an end card and an intro card and in between card. But how's everyone feeling about this so far?
Fun.
Good.
Been great.
Now, question for the races: are they all D&D races, or have you made custom ones?
Both.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've gotten permission from a couple of DMs to use their homebrew races in this game, as well as my own creations.
Nice.
Well, I knew about your own creations.
Yeah, well, most of my creations are not races you typically want to play.
Yeah, no, most of your creation. If you guys don't follow KaiTheCat9, is it KaiTheCat9 or KaiTheCat09?
KaiTheCat9.
Yeah, if you don't follow her on Twitter, she has Monster Mondays, where she posts monsters on Mondays.
I do that, and you may one day fucking fight something from that. Like, I don't know. What's a good monster?
Uh-oh.
Let's see
Be
here.
very
You might
concerned.
You could fight, where... I can't open, there we go. You can maybe fight something like that.
Yeah, a dog.
You wanna fight that? You wanna fight that?
Fun.
Maybe you wanna fight this. Maybe you wanna fight this thing. That looks fun, right?
Oh, that's so
Eyeballs
cool
in its
looking.
vein.
Yeah.
Maybe not fight it, but pet it,
Is
sure.
that like a mixture between like a Cerberus and like a bull?
Or a deer.
You don't know. Hey, maybe you can
Cat.
fight this thing.
It's a cat.
Ooh, cat.
Sunflower
Yeah.
edition.
Yeah, maybe you can fight this thing. You want to fight that? You
Oh,
wanna go
It looks
fight
like
that?
it got stung by a
Okay.
bee.
Is that like a pufferfish dragon?
Yep.
It's you'll find out maybe
Is
later.
that a puffer
maybe another
serpent?
time.
It's called
No.
Morningstar Naga, as it says up in the top.
Does it say that?
It does.
Yeah, up at
like
the top of her screen. Not you can't. The Twitch viewers can't see it, but we
Yeah.
can.
Oh, I see.
Read that. I'm blind.
That's okay. Yeah, maybe you'll fight those things or befriend them. God, I just know you assholes are gonna befriend something.
Absolutely.
I want to befriend that one.
I'd
I
like
have
to
a magic
Yes,
bird.
I think we can all agree on that one.
I'd like to think that that Boon has a good animal handling skill, but I don't know because
Sure.
You don't know because you guys haven't made any verbal guesses yet.
fair.
I do have a guess.
Would you
It's
like
hard-
to?
It's hard to find.
Would
a
you
nice...
like to vocalize your guess?
Am I a tiefling?
You feel the corner of your mask crack.
I'd like to
Very
follow
small
that
corner.
up with. Am I a Leonin?
You don't know.
Oh.
I'd also like to make a guess.
Go ahead.
Am I part tabaxi?
You feel a large section of your mask crack.
Boy, I sure do feel like an elf or some kind of half elf.
I don't know, but I'm getting the same kind of feeling.
Which one out?
Half elf.
You feel nothing.
Dang it.
What about you,
Oh,
Isla?
me.
Do you have a guess?
Yeah, I feel like a half elf.
You feel a large section of your mask crack. And actually, you hear in your head from a different voice this time. One
You.
of three. And that's where we end tonight's session.
Yay, everybody!
Whoop, whoop.
All right.
Same time next
Tork,
week.
you wanna? Well, first let's thank the audio people. I would like to thank where is it? Nicholas Judy, Jeudy, from Dark Fantasy Studios for today's music, along with what else did you use?
Adrian von Ziegler. It's German. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's track 2.
Track 2. Where is track 2? Let me just double check. Because hopefully we'll be using some different music once I sit down and listen to that. It's by Anne Grimm. So I'd like to thank those people, along with the licensing that I got from fucking Dark Fantasy Studios, which we have 60 gigabytes worth of music.
Ooh.
Rock on.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it until literally today, and I was like, fuck! But anyways, thank you
Well,
everybody for
beforehand.
watching, and I hope to see you next time. And go ahead and cut the film.
Bye, everybody.